So here's Poe Dameron's X-Wing. When missions call for it, Ace Resistance pilot Poe Dameron becomes Black Leader, flying a dark-hulled T-70 X-Wing starfighter into action. There's the exciting blue side. There's the back, which has the text that I just read. And there's a picture of Poe. So let's crack this sucker open. Okay, and so here it is out of the box. I will say that the plastic feels kind of cheap, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm gonna have to take the old hair dryer to these S foils, the laser cannons there. They're not that impressive. Like the standard X-Wing, however, you'll notice that there's a little BB droid in here. His head does turn. And like the classic X-Wing, you push him down, and the S-foils lock into attack position. The wings are a little different. I don't know. The wings are a little different. You can see that they've got these skinny bits that kind of come together. You pull this thing and they come down. There's a landing skid in the front. That comes down like that. The nose cone is made out of a soft rubbery plastic. I assume the kids don't hurt themselves or others. And speaking of hurting yourself or others, there's a missile. Now, here's the big deal. Now, it comes with a Poe. We get a Poe. One thing that marks him as different than the other Poe is the helmet comes off. And the helmet does not come off this Poe. He does come with his little Rise of Cobra blaster, which you can't see too well at this particular shot, but hopefully I've shown it before. Now, here's the exciting part. We will see. And in case you're wondering, it's the same 5 points articulation everybody else has. Here we go. Because apparently he does not fit in his cockpit, is what I have been told. I mean, if I can get the canopy down, he said, take two. Okay. Wow. Another second, we're going to have to do a quick cut. Come on. No cuts. Oh, wow. Once that thing comes off, it does not go back on. Here we go. No, it still won't close. It still will not close. Like, I was not going to complain about this. You got to mess with them. What you do is you kind of like grab them by the shoulders and you scooch them down, and it closes. Nah, people. Yeah, it wasn't so bad. Aside from popping the canopy. It wasn't so bad. So that's the new cool stealth, I guess, X-Wing with its super good guns. Yay! Let's move on to other vehicles. Okay, we got the Desert Land Speeder, built from scavenged parts. I think I read this already. This land speeder has been customized to hold up in harsh desert terrain. And you flip her around and you get the back, which is the thing I read. And this one looks kind of cool. I kind of hope it is in the movie. It's got a neat look to it. Got a kind of Mad Max meets Star Wars look. I'm in favor. We got a Snowspeeder and Imperial, a new First Order. The First Order deploys these fast, maneuverable gunboats for combat in sub-zero climates. Les premiers orders déployer ces canonniers. Okay, that's... again, we got the artwork on the front, showing the doohickey to the vehicle. This one comes with a First Order Snowtrooper officer. This is the only Snowtrooper available so far that I know of. I could be totally wrong. I know there's an Amazon set with like a bunch of troopers. Here's the back. Blue side. Picture of the dude. Okay, that didn't work at all. We'll move him out of the way. Rey's little speeder for quick transportation across the junk-strewn dunes of Jakku. Rey relies on her old salvage speeder. This one comes with a special edition Rey. Jakku. So, there's the back. Like I said, this one looks kind of fun. just because it was actually in the trailer, so we know it's in the movie. And then we got this guy, the speeder bike. Reserved for the most experienced scouts and high-risk missions, these elite speeder bikes have been upgraded with heavy blasters and powerful new engines. Yeah, I mean, it could be in the movie, but I'm guessing this is one of the things that was made just to sell toys, as opposed to the entire movie. All right, let's crack them open. Take a look at them loose. So here we have the new First Order Snow Speeder with a First Order Snow Trooper. It's kind of a cool little vehicle. Again, looks like it's going to be screen accurate, more or less. These headrests are weird. They kind of push forward. I would say quality-wise, if you're familiar with Chap May, it's very Chap May-ish, which is not necessarily a compliment. One cool thing, one little detail, is this little gun. Oops. Not supposed to go like that. It's supposed to come out and be like a little separate gun mount. Yeah. And our First Order Snow Trooper. You know, the underside looks like an underside. I mean, there's some little details. There's a little paint on it. It's not bad, frankly. I don't know that it was worth the price, but what are you gonna do? So there's a Snow Trooper. There's a Flame Trooper. Trying so desperately to get all this done before I die. And there's a First Order Snow Trooper. So, hello. Next up we have the Desert Skiff. Desert Land Speeder, I believe is what it was called. Again, it's kind of a cool rig. It's got the same kind of basic, simple construction as the Snow Speeder. It looks kind of cool. It's got the speeder bike fins and an actual fin. It's got this little ring turret, which rotates, and then the gun itself rotates. Another missile-firing weapon up front, and then there's actually storage space for a second missile, which is kind of cool. That is the most unimpressive one yet. Finn in his little black suit. I'm noticing those are kind of similar to each other, construction-wise. That makes sense. There's a... Adventure time, come on, grab your friends. Going to very distant lands. With Ray the girl and Finn the humans. The fun will never end. So this is Ray's speeder bike. Again, it was featured prominently in the trailers. I think both of them had the speeder bike. Ray is a special Ray. She's got a little wrapped up bandage head, which is actually a whole head and cowl shoulder piece. All one piece. She does not have knee articulation. So what they did is they designed the saddle to be super narrow. If you're familiar with Lego bikes or motorcycles, the way that the Lego minifigures fit on a motorcycle, it's very similar to that. Again, you know, that pops up, and then supposedly you press it again. There's like a pile of little red missiles over there by the camera. And she comes with her stick. You can't see it too well. She comes with a little stick that she uses to poke things, I guess. This stick seems to have a little more better painted detail than the one that came with the regular figure. It's neat. I like it. Don't hate it. Simple vehicle. And screen accurate. I'm always a sucker for screen accurate vehicles. And then lastly, speaking of screen accurate, we get the cool black stealth speeder bike. They've done black speeder bikes before. This black First Order Trooper. One interesting little detail is his little gun pegs into his leg. He's got a little pistol that pegs directly into his leg. Kind of, again, I've been bringing up Rise of Cobra 3 or 4 times, but you know. One thing is this. Okay, what's not doing? Yeah, see, this part pops up and then this part comes off, so it's like, hey, easily customizable or to reuse for different, different molds. So I'm suspicious this is an actual thing. Oh, there is a little blaster on the underside. No spring-loaded missiles this time. There's a little blaster on the underside that got caught the wrong way. So it's got the classical blaster on the underside. It's okay. Let's take a look at the toys that everybody wants. A couple of Star Wars Black. So if you were ootin' to boot tonight, these are probably the figures you were looking for and the figures you did not find. Apparently it was endemic that Toys R Us across the country only had one case of each, one or two. Here we have the First Order Stormtrooper, who a different version was the Comic-Con exclusive this year. And of course Kylo Ren, who is the big bad guy. And they are numbers 4 and 3, respectively. Kylo Ren, a Dark Warrior, strong with the Force. Kylo Ren commands First Order missions with a temper as fiery as his unconventional lightsaber. The First Order Stormtrooper, equipped with sleek armor and powerful weapons, the Stormtroopers enforce the will of the First Order. They're basically black. You got a red stripe on the side. The back has a bunch of text in various languages. It may be hard to see, but there is sort of the vague picture of the guy in the slightly contrasting gray tones. Let's crack these guys open. Okay, so here they are outside of the box. And they are 6-inch black figures. They have crazy articulation. The First Order Stormtrooper comes with 2 blasters, kind of the standard New Order Stormtrooper blaster, and this little pistol that he doesn't hold very well. Oops. Pistol, which I don't hold very well. You can see he's got the chest rocker, got a fully ball-jointed head. He's got the rotating shoulders. He's got the elbows. You know, the wrist has all kinds of articulation. I mean, these guys are just crazy. Just crazy. Rocker ankle joints. You know, I mean, it's really neat. They used to do this for the 4-inch figures, which was nice. You know, a lot of cool detail, a lot of interesting looking guy. Kind of an interesting sort of iPod evolution of the Stormtrooper. And as I said, these guys are hot. These are what the collectors want. And we got Kylo, who's presumably the bad guy from the movie, the new bad guy. He does come with his lightsaber, which is, you know, it's a separate piece. And this interesting sort of cloth. He does have a cloth cloak, which has an interesting little kind of weave design. I don't know if it picks up on camera very well. There's a lot of detail in that, even though it's a piece of cloth. And then there's like a shoulder cape that's plastic. And then underneath, he seems to be pretty well sculpted. And he's got, you know, again, the double jointed ankles, or the double jointed knees. It's late, people. The rocker ankles. You know, I mean, again, these are very cool. I've never had a beef with the figures themselves. I just don't want to start over again with a whole new scale. Why did you buy them? Well, because I actually found them somewhere. Quite. Plus, apparently, Darth Maul's worth all the money. So, he's scalping, maybe. So, I mean, at some point, you know, we've reviewed enough Marvel Legends that it sort of becomes, you know all the joints, you know the whole deal. The sculpts are good. These two guys don't really have a lot of paint apps to deal with, which is kind of, you know, probably plays to Hasbro's strong suit these days. There's a little paint on his helmet, which looks cool. They're cool figures, and you know, let's break out the little Ren. Alright, we got 2 more things to go through, and then we are done. So the last 2 items of my Force Friday haul were BB-8 and Hero Masher's Boss. Now you might be saying, what do these 2 characters have in common? I don't know. That's for the fan fiction people to decide. You know, I mean, what do you say about he's not even a pop vinyl, he's a head bopper. You know, because it's a legal thing. had to get around. He's cute. There weren't really a lot of options for BB-8, frankly. There was one with the black version of Ray, and there was a big electronic one that's really cool. I believe I mentioned that at the beginning of the review. I'm pretty sure our pal Pixel Dan's going to do a review of one of those, so I would tune into that. Oh no. Oh wow. And then, of course, my man Bosk. Now, if you know what the Hero Mashers are, they are toys that you can, like, pull apart. And his gun, which is shooting. No, the shooty thing doesn't come off. The shooty thing doesn't come off. That's just crazy. Oh, no. And then you buy other ones and mix and match parts. As I said, I'm not buying any other ones, so the usefulness of this toy is somewhat limited. It does have a lot of articulation. I mean, frankly, it's got like the standard points for articulation. Well, if it isn't my old friend, Mr. McCraig. With a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg. Yep. Getting to that time of night, guys. I think it's about time to wrap it up. No, put the head back on. Yeah, these things are actually super articulated. Frankly, if it just wasn't for the kind of cartoony design, these would be really kind of boss little figures. No pun intended. And he's got like lots of little ports, which I assume are for plugging in stuff, kind of like Sigma 6 was back in the day for the Joe guys. Joe fans will remember that. The gun technically has a plug hole, I guess, for this hand. His gripping hand doesn't hold it very well, and it doesn't fit in the plug hole very well. I don't know. I mean, they're neat. There's a set with the Hulk that comes with a pizza, which I may buy just to give Bosk pizza. But other than that, I think my one Hero Masher has been bought. Okay. So I think we're going to go into wrap-up now, people. Yay! Do you want this review to end? BB says yes. So, that should about do it for our Force Friday. I hope you enjoyed our little look at the new figures for the new Star Wars movie coming out in December. Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Figures by Hasbro. It's been a long night, people, and I'm about ready to call it. Please subscribe to our channel. We have much better videos than this, and if you're feeling particularly merciful, press the like button, mash it, as the puppet likes to say. www.ToyWorldOrder.com. We have lots of great content. We have great podcasts, and till next time, keep playing with your toys. Like a Bosk. Bosk is strongest one there is.